Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Paul.
Purpose. It's like one of the biggest surprises of the season, I think. I don't think anyone knew what they were getting, right?
Nobody knew unless you were in Chicago last year this time when we had the chance to do the world premiere at the Steppenwolf. But yeah, I mean, I'm certainly happy that Broadway now is getting introduced to it.
It reminds us all that you give people a really great story and great characters, and they're just going to drop in and right?
They'll stick with you for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know when it became the 3-hour mark became, this place where you dare not go.
Right.
But I think if people are having a good time watching it, then they want even more.
So you've had a beautiful career, and I've enjoyed watching it over the years. But what does it mean to be wearing that pin today?
Well, I have described it as somewhere between vindication and acquittal. It's the first time I was on Broadway, I did not get nominated, and you can feel a little bit left out if other people do, and so on. But this time, I was shocked that it happened at all, and it feels great. It feels like I said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when you have a career as an actor, I wonder if after a while you just sort of, when these things happen, they're a little more unexpected. You're not like, when you're younger, maybe it's like such a clear path, right? A goal, right? I got to get to that goal.
Right.
But then at this point, it's just sort of like this lovely gift.
Exactly right. Where you wish these things for yourself earlier in your career.
Yeah.
You're like, well, that's my goal. That's my intention.
Yeah.
This time, and I don't think it was my intention the first time, but in this stage of my career, I'm doing it for the work. I'm old enough to retire, but as long as there are roles like this, I won't be retiring anytime soon, God willing.
Right. And what do you love about this, Dad? This is a great role. Kind of spend the whole night trying to figure him out.
One does figure. I think he's an extraordinarily mysterious, compelling, fascinating, profound character who represents something as a patriarch that is beyond, I think, any kind of ability to put it into words, but to inhabit it is to, if you will, grow into it every night. This is a great man that I'm playing. He's had so much courage in his life, his career as a civil rights leader, facing death and life in moments of great crisis and import, coming to his winter years and wondering what the meaning of all of it is. What is its purpose?
Right.
And I think any person entering into such a season in their life has to do so with courage. It'll happen to all of us if we're so lucky to live this long, but to play that, but also have the ability to have distance from it. I'm not in that season just now, but to project myself into that and to what that would mean for such a man is an exercise in the imagination, the dramatic imagination, into one's spirit, to one's ability to do research, and to find out what these men were like, what has life been like for these people, some of whom are no longer with us, who have left this legacy of children and perhaps even legislation and churches and so on. What do those things exist to do now, when they have perhaps outlasted their purpose or usefulness or their shelf life? The need for what those things were providing 60 years ago, 50 years ago, that need is still there. But people are trying to find those things in other ways. And so there's been this great search. And I think to play a character on a quest like that is quixotic. And that's how I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I love it. I'm fascinated by it. I'm so glad that Brandon is here giving us these plays, right?
Yes.
I mean, beautiful, beautiful work. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much.
So nice to see you.